I don't know if you can hear us, Miss Moore.
Girl, I was over here getting my gingerbread ready. Yeah, that was some wild shit. Yeah, the gala was supposed to be a surprise. Get in your room. When you went to that club, baby, we didn't know where you was. That bitch found you. She pulled up. And we was all like, how she know? She was like, oh, I recognize this is in the background. And you pulled up on somebody and was behind them and knew what the fuck was going on when we didn't, because we all in live and you done went off alive. You done left the room. You done left, you left the world and you went to Rozay.
And let's be clear, that's the very first time she pulled up. There was three different times she pulled up on me. The very first time she pulled up. And I wasn't aware. It was the garden that knew. I ain't know shit.
You were drinking and shaking, and we was like, "How she see stuff? We didn't see that. That wasn't what she talking about. That it wasn't on Rozay's phone. So how she see it?"
And she said that she knew who I smelled. Remember what got my attention? Because I thought she was bullshit. I didn't take it serious. Y'all was like, "No, Rozay, she's dead ass serious." Like she told us she was there. I said, I ain't see her. Like where she was at. But also I had been drinking. When she told me that she knew how I smelled, that is what let me know, oh, bitch, how the fuck?
I don't know if Miss Moore remembers this or not, but she said something pertaining to your skirt in the club.
And you was like, it was on
with a particular person, and you could see my cheeks. There was nobody behind me that was on live on TikTok. How I was positioned when I bent over.
Let's talk about how
we went and watched the clips back. But there was nobody behind me on TikTok.
But Rozay, let's talk about how we was all on the live. Well, I don't know if we was on the live or we was in the Discord. We must have been in the Discord talking, and Jade was in there with us. Wherever we was at, I can't remember, but Jade was in there with us. All of a sudden, Jade is no longer up there with. But we right before she bounced off, we heard keys. She grabbed her keys and ran to where you was at.
She said she gonna find your ass, and
we heard her keys. Now I just want to say, because we're gonna because Miss Moore gonna finish and then Tiffany coming on. This is what I need everybody that was over there listening to her fucking lies. If I block a man that I know is sexually attracted to me, I block him on all social medias, which because you said you forgot about IG. If I block him on all things, that don't mean pull up.
No, it doesn't.
That doesn't mean I want to talk to you in person.
Well, at this point, Tiffy, you're the only person who can tell the truth because I guess everybody else is not credible, including me. So, Tiffy, they would have to hear your words because she said the only motherfucker credible is you, Tiffy. At this point, the only person that can speak the truth is you. So we're going to let Tiffy rock.
You said what? I'm sorry, I'm whispering because I'm at my desk, y'all. I don't know if it's clear for you or if y'all can. Okay. So what were we talking about? Gala weekend?
Gala weekend. And when she also called herself confessing her love to me. And I told her no, that I wasn't going for that. Because I spoke to that.
Everybody, I was never on a panel by myself. It was like it was Miss Moore's lives. So everybody was here. We all witnessed the same thing. So what part is there a question about? Like, what about her having issues with other people in the garden, especially like about you, like her and Immaculate had a thing, or like, I don't know if I'm talking too much. Her and Immaculate had a thing about you where they kind of fell out. That was the first beef that I was aware of.
Mm-hmm.
But it was concerning you, yeah.
It was because Immaculate, she found out that Immaculate had a crush on me and she didn't like that. But Immaculate had a girlfriend. So Immaculate just said, I think Rozay's really pretty and left it at that. Immaculate never tried to get at me. Immaculate never tried to come at me sideways. I didn't talk to Immaculate girlfriend. We didn't talk and chopped it up and laughed and joked in the live. And her girlfriend said, I got a crush on you too, Rozay. It was a joke. Jade didn't like that shit. She felt like the only motherfucker that could have a crush on me is her type shit. And she was dead ass serious. And then she tried to turn the garden against Immaculate because at the time Immaculate used to be a mod for HB. So she then tried to get everybody to go against Immaculate, When Immaculate never wronged me and never did nothing to me, she tried to get everybody to go against Immaculate because she modded for HB. So now Immaculate can never be trusted because she mod for HB. But Immaculate ain't never did nothing. She never got, HB never said, well, Immaculate brought me because Immaculate never did that. And it got to a point where Immaculate, if I'm not mistaken, I think Immaculate had removed her mod over there because she was like, I don't really like what's going on. And now I don't hate her, but I don't like what I'm seeing. So I'm gonna just remove myself. And then Jade thought that the reason for why she did that was because Jade had called her out. But it had nothing to do with Jade. And then there was the situation when she pulled up on me. Tiffy, was Jade blocked when she had pulled up on me the first, well, technically the second time?
I just remember you blocking her at some point. I know that. I remember you did block her. That I do remember.
I had blocked Jade, and Jade's reasoning for pulling up on me was so that we can talk because she was blocked. She was not unblocked on TikTok. I forgot to block her ass on Instagram. I did not post. Yes, you can speak, baby girl. Come up. I did not post my event that I was hosting, that I was starting to host every Thursday, on TikTok. I never posted it on TikTok. I only posted it on Instagram because I wanted to separate it because there was already kind of weird shit going on. I didn't want the people on TikTok to have access to the event that I'm trying to start up in real life in my area. So I separated it. No, a lot of people, well, the people that I have on my Instagram are not my followers on TikTok. Those are completely separate people. And it was a new
video. I don't remember you posting it on TikTok. I don't think you posted the flyer on TikTok.
Never did. It was only on Instagram. And so it was a new venture that I was trying to build up. So it was going to be slow. My goal was to, when I had picked up momentum, had more people coming, then I will post it on TikTok, gain a little bit more traction, and be okay with the people that's on TikTok seeing it. I didn't want people to come on TikTok, and it's weird. I was in my head because I should have just posted on TikTok anyway. But I was in my head. I wanted the people on TikTok to see that it was already successful, and then come to something that was already successful. At the time, it was just getting off the ground. It had no motion. That damn lounge didn't really get no traction like that. So I was pushing on other sites to get people who were in the area to come to it, and it was working. Jade had only came to like the very first. I think I had only did it 3 times so far. She came to 2 of them, and I was doing it every Thursday. So. Hey, Latoya, I'm gonna bring you up, but we talking about something, but I'm gonna bring you up. Hey, baby. So, she's blocked off of TikTok. She doesn't have my number. She has my Discord. I don't check that shit. She could message me on TikTok DMs. I don't answer them shits, and she was blocked. So there was no way for me to communicate with her. I only posted that shit on Instagram. I forgot Jade followed me on fucking Instagram. So when I posted it in my story on Instagram, Jade saw it. Jade, out of her own mouth, said that was her opportunity to have a conversation because in her mind, I had invited her after she was blocked and there was no communication with Jade. There was no communication with Jade. Jade is also lying. At the time, she did not live in Conyers, Georgia. She said that her family lived in Conyers, Georgia. She lived at least 50 minutes away from Conyers, Georgia. She said the only reason why she was able to come to the event so fast was because she was already allegedly visiting her family members. Allegedly. Those were her words. She told us that she lives on the other side of Georgia. Okay? So this new narrative that she just lives 5 minutes from me, that's bullshit. Because when Jay was trying to get at me and everybody was in this motherfucker, she was like, well, it ain't nothing for me to drive to come see you, because what's the hour drive? That ain't nothing if I fuck with you. Those are the shit that she would say. It ain't nothing to drive an hour to come see somebody if I'm fucking with them, this, that, and third, because I am in Georgia and blah, 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 blah. And I always denied us ever meeting up, us ever hanging out, anything like that. Okay, so boom. Jade pull up after she sees the flyer on my Instagram, knows that that's my event that I'm trying to build up, knows that she's blocked and we don't have any conversation, aren't communicating at all. She decides to pull up so that we can talk. When she pulls up, I'm like, yo, hey, what's going on? She walks up for the hug, arms open for the hug. I'm like, hey, what's up? Give her a hug. What you doing here? And I say it, what you doing here? I'm live also on TikTok. What you doing here? I came to talk. You're not going to keep ignoring me. I said, what the fuck? Well, but also, you know, we are at your event. I mean, we can talk after this. I said, no, because this is what you pulled up for. You just pulled up to my job. You pulled up to my shit. You want to talk? Okay, so I guess we gonna talk now then, because what the fuck is this? I mean, but I do want you to, you know, have fun at your event. I said, well, how I'm gonna do that when you done pulled up to the shit to talk? So you want to talk that bad? You done pulled up. I hope you make it good. Since you done pulled up on me to talk, I hope you make it good. So we sit there and we talk. Mind you, I'm on the Discord. I'm in the Discord. Everybody in this motherfucker is in the Discord. They know that Jade has now pulled up because I told them. They could barely hear the conversation because the music was too loud. But everybody was in the Discord. The Discord was in a fucking frenzy because they was like, what the fuck you mean Jade done pulled up on you? How the fuck did she find you? We were all confused, including me. So then I asked her, how the hell did you get here? How did you find me? She said, well, you posted the flyer on Instagram. So I figured that because you posted it in public, that means that you were inviting me too. And I wanted to talk to you. So I found my ass here. Her words. And I said, now that's crazy. She said, but don't you like crazy? I said, from my nigga, that's crazy, Jade. She said, well, I'm trying to be that. What you don't act like that, Zay. Don't be like that, Zay. She trying to flirt. I'm like, hey, it's not that. It's really not that. What's going on? Like, we can have a conversation. I don't understand what's going on. In this conversation, she's trying to talk to me about everybody that's in the garden. Everybody that's on the panel right now, except for Lasaya, she's trying to have a conversation about. Because she feels like they may not have my best interest at heart, but the only person that may is her. Hold on. I don't do that crazy shit, but okay. Okay. No, for real. Okay, baby girl, go ahead. I'm gonna let baby girl show something. She has proof that I was on live when Jade pulled up on me. But yeah, so she's like, well, you know, what you drinking, Zay? This, that, and the third. And I'm like, well, I'm drinking this. Well, I'm gonna buy you a drink then. I'll buy you a drink. I'm like, okay, cool. You want to support the business? All right, cool, fine. All right. So we having the conversation. We talking. She's telling me, you know, and I really don't really care for Blissful, and I really don't feel like, you know, So Rare is really fucking with you like that, and So Rare was talking about you to Blissful and blah 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 blah, and you can't fuck with them, you can't trust them, they talk behind your back, and I don't even know if they really fucking with you like that. I done had conversations with So Rare a couple times, and it seems. So I'm like, okay, so where's your proof? She shows me messages of her and So Rare texting. I said, okay, so where's the proof? Like that they don't fuck with me. Like, you could not like each other. That's fine. That's y'all business. Y'all grown as hell. But where's the proof that they don't fuck with me? She couldn't show me no proof of them not fucking with me. The most she said was Blissful said that sometimes the Rozay after dark, sometimes it be too much for her. So they go on about their business. That didn't bother me. That's fine. She like they don't bother me none. So she said that So Rare said me and Bliss was talking about her too. Right. So the shit that she was bringing to me had nothing to do with me and everything to do with her own personal feelings about them. So I said, whatever problems you got with them, they don't got nothing to do with me. I can't control or regulate what y'all got going on. If y'all not close, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't have to talk to each other if y'all in here. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. You know, I'm just saying, keep your eyes open. And then she had conversations with me about how she wanted to take down HB and how it's fuck HB and this, that, and the third. And I said, well, I'm fine. I don't really need your help with no shit like that. It is what the fuck it is. Nah, fuck HB. Blah, 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 blah. That bitch ain't shit. This, that, and the third. I find it strange that the same motherfucker that said she was going to take down HB is fuck HB and everything HB related. Now all of a sudden you want to sit up under motherfucking HB. And so I said, bitch, you can't be trusted because you can't come tell me one thing outside of TikTok in person. You say this to my face and then you turn around and go sit up under a bitch because you mad that you got kicked out of the garden and all this parasocial ass shit. Right? And she was very vocal in the garden about her disdain for motherfucking HB. Very vocal. Right? So boom. She then yes it is, Suave. So after that, I'm doing my thing, I'm hosting, whatever the case may be. Jade is recording me while I'm hosting. I never asked her to record me. I never asked her to take no pictures of me. I never asked her to do none of that fuck ass shit. Most of the videos, I didn't even know she was motherfucking recording me. She tried to play it off and tried to send me the videos that she made of me and tried to send it to me like this shit was just normal, right? I did not know she made these videos recording me. She records them. She sends them to me. And says, by the way, here you go. I'm like, okay. Now, the way that she's navigating the space had a girl who was trying to get at me thinking that Jade is my girlfriend. So they then have a conversation about the fact that Jade's not my bitch, ain't my bitch. And yeah, you could go ahead, you can handle that. Why the fuck why is a bitch coming at you asking you if you with me, if you not acting a certain type of way? Why the fuck would a bitch come ask you anything? So the lady is asking her, like, you know what I'm saying? She's single, who she with? She with you type shit? Nah, she cool. Nah, you could go ahead and talk to her. That don't mean nothing. That don't bother me no more. I don't give a fuck. But the lady asked her that shit. So then, fast forward after her pull up, I walk her outside because she didn't want to leave. The motherfucking restaurant or lounge was closing. Jade was trying to stay with me even after we're closing. So I walk her outside as the host. I walk her outside, out the door. When she gets out the door, I close the door, lock it, and claim that she wanted me safe at my event. So so at that point, mind you, I'm live. So I'll just cause they sent it to me. I'll just show y'all me live the entire time this shit was going on. This is her on the live. They took a screenshot and sent it to me. This is her live, when on my live with the camera flip, when I'm showing them that she ain't trying to leave. This the picture of her at the event. Okay, hold on. This another picture of her at the event. On my live. I was live the whole time. That's her. Y'all probably can't tell. That's motherfucking her. Y'all can barely tell, but that's her. That's her. Okay? That's her at the event. Okay, so cool. While I'm live. Now, I walk her out of the event. Before I leave, while on live, she's begging me to unblock her. the people in my life hear her asking to be unblocked. They in the comments like, don't you unblock her. I said, all right, you did all this, I'll unblock you. They're like, no, bitch, don't fucking unblock her. I unblocked her. That's my fault. That's on me. I take that. I accept that. So, I don't know if it was the next day or the next night, Jade's on the panel and we have a conversation about her pulling the fuck up on me. And that was the clip that Poly Memes had of our interaction. But the conversation was way longer than that. The conversation lasted for about an hour and a half about her pulling the fuck up on me and how I did not like that shit. And Poly Memes, I don't know if you remember, because I know, you don't have all the clips. I don't know if he was in there the whole time. I explicitly tell her that I did not know how to tell her that her pulling up at that moment made me the fuck uncomfortable. She said, well, Rozay, you could have just said it. I said, I didn't know how to tell you. Like, I didn't know how to say, like, that shit make me uncomfortable. Why the fuck would you do that? I said, I didn't know how to say that. Like, I didn't know how to say it. She was like, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to make you uncomfortable. I just wanted to talk to you. And I said, but you pull up to my job? Like, you pull up to my job to talk? And so she was like, yeah. And I'm like, she was like, well, I mean, it was an event. And I said, don't try to belittle it to an event. You pulled up to my job. You know I was working that. And you know that I wasn't talking to you. We weren't having conversation. You were blocked. You were blocked. We weren't talking at all. And we ain't never had no back end conversation. So it's not like she ain't talking to me on the back end. I tried to call her phone. She ain't answer. No. All conversations were on TikTok. Every conversation with her and I were on TikTok. Not no back end shit. And if there was a conversation, there was always at least 4 ears present. There was at least 4 pair of ears present anytime Jade was in the space with me. She never had one-on-one conversations with me. None of them was going to allow it. Nobody in the garden was going to allow Jade to talk to me one-on-one.
Excuse me, Rozay. She was, while you was in class getting your education, that hoe was over there saying that, people were saying, oh, well, Rozay must not be telling the garden all her back-end conversations with Jay. And Jay was like, right. She got them over there believing. Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, she over there making it seem like something it's not. Jade and I weren't having no back-end conversations. She was talking to her fucking self. She would be sending me messages that I wasn't really responding to. She would be sending messages back to back to back to back to back. I wasn't responding to the messages. She was talking to herself. Okay? All right. So boom. We end this being alive, and I'm telling her, like, I didn't know how to say that. That shit made me uncomfortable. And that shit was awkward. What the fuck? She's like laughing. Mind y'all, anytime Jade get caught up in some shit, she laugh. And she always lie and say that I thought y'all was joking. Every time. Every single time. She claimed that she joking. So I'm telling her, I didn't like that. You pulled up to my job. She's like, I pulled up to an event that you just so happened to be hosting. I said, Jay, but how did you know about the event? Instagram. I said, well, damn. I even said in that live, damn, I forgot to block your ass off Instagram. And then we all laughed. But I wasn't motherfucking joking, though. I was dead ass. Was the shit funny? Hell yeah. Was I joking? No. So I said, I forgot to block your ass off Instagram. Damn. Everybody started laughing. I said, I'm so for real. I forgot to block you, bitch. She said, don't be like that, Zay. Don't be like that. You know we had fun. I said, Jade, I was working. Well, I had fun. I had a good time. I can't wait for more people to come because it really is dope. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you. Appreciate that. But you pulled up to my shit. Let me go play the clip from Poly Meme so y'all can hear this shit. Hold on. Let me go play the clip.
Maybe a swallow of bumblebees or something. Next time is insane.
No loser.
Hey, I can't win for losing, but I'm always just fucking.
So, for context, Jade has said next time she come, she gonna make sure she tell me that she's coming. I said next time's the fucking same. What you mean next time? Ain't no next time you pulling up on shit. Ain't no next time.
I don't know why. I don't know why. I was trying my best to stay the fuck
my job, Jadisha. What do you mean? You pulled up to my job.
You sent out a flyer.
I never sent you a direct flyer, Jadisha.
Now let's also clear this up. Word games. I didn't send out no fucking flyer, y'all. I didn't send out no fucking flyer. I posted the flyer on Instagram in my story. I didn't send nobody no direct shit. So that means I didn't send her shit. I posted it separate from TikTok. She was blocked on TikTok at the time. And I wanted those people who saw it on Instagram, not her, heavy on not her, to pull up.
You put it on the internet for me to find.
You a flyer.
You heard that? She said you put it on the internet for me to find. Also proving that I never was talking to her, bro. And the motherfucker pulled up because she wanted to talk to me. Because she was motherfucking blocked. Hey, Sko. She was motherfucking blocked. That shit crazy as hell. You put it on the internet for me to find, Zay. What?
You put in the code, and you put in the code, Jadisha, and then it popped up.
That is delusional. Baby, I swore my bumblebee.
I tell her that shit is delusional. Everybody in the comments talking about next time is crazy. That shit is wild. What you mean by that? So then, no, this is a black woman. So then, as the conversation progresses, Jade is basically trying to explain to us and express to us how it really isn't, you know, if a person really likes somebody and they said that they was going to apply pressure and you said that that's the type of shit that you into, why is it now, why is it an issue if I pulled up? I said, I would want that from somebody that I was dating. I would want that type of energy from somebody that I liked in that way. We not like that. What you doing? Like, it's weird when it's coming from somebody that I'm not interested in. It's weird when it's coming from somebody that I don't have no relationship with. Me and you aren't in no intimate setting. We don't have no intimate conversations. We don't have one-on-one personal chat. We don't do none of that. Everything in regarding you is all TikTok. Yes, I had blocked her and she had popped up. So then boom. She was blocked. She was unblocked the second time she had popped up, I believe. I'm not sure. I felt like she was blocked again the second time she pulled up. I don't know. I could be wrong. I feel like I had her blocked. She may not have been blocked around the time that she decided to bring the damn drink, right? But me and her weren't on no personal, we getting closer, we being friends type shit. As to why I feel like we weren't on no great terms at all, right? And y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but around the time where she brought the drink to me, we were in my live talking about whiskey and what I drink and what type of whiskey that I like and shit like that. Yes, that was the event, whiskey time, Bliss. So we were talking about whiskey and shit like that. Oh, I know what it is. I had her main page blocked. Jade has another fucking page like I see you, can you see me, or some shit like that. So her main page was blocked. She was on her backup page and asking to be unblocked off of her main page because she had been in her backup page and I hadn't blocked her off that one and I knew that it was her. That's what happened. That first page was fucking blocked. The second page that she got like 4 of them. The second page wasn't blocked. It's like, hey, can you see me, or some shit like that. So she was in here on the hey, can you see me page, asking to be unblocked. Right? So boom. She was blocked. So she was in here on the backup page, on the burner page, talking to me. Right? And so, I didn't know that Hey Can You See Me was her at first. Hey, I'm going to be honest. The more you deep dive, the more it's pissing me off. Listen, Lasaya. And mind you, Lasaya don't even know what the... Girl, okay. So, where I left off at. So, before I didn't know that Hey Can You See Me page was her. I found out after the fact because I don't know if it was Tiffy that knew or if it was So Rare and Blissful that found out. I feel like it was So Rare and Blissful that found out that that was her backup page. And that was after the second pull up. We found out that it was her after the second pull up. And make sure I get it right. So she was in here talking to me on a Hey Can You See Me page. And I did not know that it was her. So we were all conversing and talking and having a good time. Right? I find out after the second pull up that it was her on that burner account. Because they found out that it was her. Now, me and her wasn't beefing. I didn't have no after she had pulled up the first time and we had talked on the live and shit like that. I just didn't want no parts. That's why that main page was how many pull-ups? 3. So I didn't really want I just didn't want no dealings. Something else had popped off. I think, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. It's too many details. The reason why she got blocked again is because something happened between her and Tiffy nigga. She got blocked again. But I didn't have no beef with her. It's just some shit had popped off with her, Tiffy, and Tiffy's boo. Where something happened. Tiffy, would you be able to tell us what had happened? Oh.
It wasn't against us. I'm trying to remember what the situation was.
Because the catalyst was she that night she had did something and then turned around and said that she was just joking, and then it rolled over.
What it was. Okay, yeah. So it wasn't like I'm trying to remember what the conversation was about. It wasn't a personal beef though with me, her, and Sir. It was dang, what were we talking about?
She had brought up her accident on y'all. Y'all was joking about something.
It has something to do with it. I think it had something to do with like a disability. Like we were joking and then she got real. I just remember she got real serious. Mm-hmm. Dang it. This horrible time to remember. I remember we were all joking. It was a late night live. I think Blissful was in there. I think Nowhere was in there.
Okay. I gotta be quick, but y'all got the timeline wrong. That happened before Rozay even blocked her, because Rozay had blocked her because Puppy, Immaculate, and her had got into it real bad. And Puppy was like, "Who you talking to?" And it was like, it got real bad. Then we went to the Discord, and she's like, "We ain't finna do this on whatever. And then y'all went to the Discord. When y'all went to the Discord, Jay had said some shit like some parasocial shit. He's like, "Oh, parasocial, bet, blocked." Like, it was it. Like, it was very quick. That happened. That's why she was blocked and she popped up on you. The whole thing with Tiffy and how she was saying like she was joking, how she had like the brain aneurysm, her brain matter was on the ground and she was joking or whatever, that happened beforehand. She had did like stuff